Everyone's heard the cliche quote that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. But you can choose your friends, and if your friends are bellends that drag you down, that take the piss out of you, that laugh whenever you want to do something, they're not friends, they're bellends. Get rid of them. And start focusing on finding people that support you, that clap you. There's not an actual word in the English language to say feeling good about others' success. There's not an actual word. There is in, I believe it's in Buddhism, it's called mudita, but we don't have it in England. Because, do you know why? Because we don't celebrate others' success.
One of the biggest things that you can do is not rely on anybody else for your success, because then no one lets you down, and then you take full responsibility for everything that you do.
Those who shout hate are usually asking for help, and usually those that are the angriest online tend not to have their shit together, because they are blaming other people, they are getting into arguments, and you know, a lot of that anger is masking frustrations.
You can choose to get shit on, to mope, to complain, to whinge, to get angry, to get tearful, or you can choose to suck it up, carry on, and put your head down and get shit done, okay? It's an attitude. It's not easy to do. I'm not saying, oh, you're just gonna shrug it off. It's hard. You know, I had just as much as a difficult weekend as everybody else, but I managed to get some thinking time. I managed to think, how can I progress forward? And I progress forward.
The pain of change is a lot easier than the pain of staying the same. Do you want to be uncomfortable for 10 years, or do you want to be uncomfortable for 2? I know what I want to do. And it's just that reality, okay? And a lot of that comes from what you do when no one's looking. People who go through difficult times come out stronger. And it's so relevant to 2020, and the reason being, of course, is we've all been through a pandemic. We've all had massive levels of uncertainty and difficulties in our lives. And the way that I kind of look at this is, some people are eggs and some people are balls. Hear me out. When you throw an egg on the ground, it splatters and all you're left with is yolk, shell and mess. And that's a lot of people. They get thrown to the ground and that's where they stay. But then you have other people who are balls. And what the ball does when you throw it onto the ground, it bounces back higher than where it was before. So what I want to ask you, ladies and gents, is, are you going to allow this pandemic period to cause you to crack and leave a mess all over the floor, or are you going to bounce back stronger than you were before?
When I look back at this year, I will look at this year as a success. And regardless of the struggles that everybody has had, and regardless of the struggles that I've had, I'm always grateful of the difficult times, because I learn much more about myself. I managed to challenge myself a lot. And people get this equation of stress plus rest equals growth wrong, because they look at stress as bad, they look at rest as being lazy, and because they don't have the combination of the two, that's why they struggle to grow. And actually, if you have come through 2020, a period of mass uncertainty, mass anxiety and stress, and come out on the other side the same, so not improved in any way, just the same as when you came into this year, that's fucking progress, because you haven't taken a step back.